Wisconsin is considered to be in the middle of a food corridor, a place with a large number of food companies and food science jobs. Well, there's a place of higher education tapping into our appetite for understanding what we eat and why we eat it. Michael Schlesinger takes us to the new food lab at Mount Mary University.
What you eat affects your body, and that's an important thing to think about.
Mount Mary University junior Stephanie Lopez is banking her future and career on something so important to us. It even helps us stay alive: food. Her major is food science chemistry.
Everybody eats, so food is everywhere, and being able to, analyze it, for safety and of course for taste, because everybody wants their food to taste good, is something really important.
She spends most of her college days in this new food lab here at Mount Mary. It's actually a $1 million renovation of the old lab, and it took all summer to get the job done.
I'm proud. I'm so pleased. I'm grateful to our generous donors and the construction crew that got this done in 3 months. I don't know any home kitchens that are done in 3 months, much less 7 kitchen stations in this lab.
I was going to ask you, how is it different than the old one?
The old one had 4 stations. Mm-hmm. It was like coming to Grandma's kitchen. Yeah. And so it was comfortable, but we got what we needed to done. But this opens up so many possibilities for us.
Linda Gleason is a faculty member who works in the dietetics department. She tells me she utilizes this renovated space in the best way she knows how. While visiting, she whips me up a little something from one of the gardens on campus, a tomatillo salsa.
Tomatillos are kind of in the tomato family, but they grow a little differently. They grow in this little husk. They're kind of sticky. So when you prepare them, you need to wash them, get that stickiness off. I have put about 10 in this food processor, pulsed a little bit. I'm going to give it just one more pulse. They're very, very juicy. And so I'm going to drain off a little bit of this liquid so that it's not too juicy of a salsa. The result is, after I add in lime juice, jalapenos, garlic, onions, and cilantro, this is the beautiful result. Perfect for a Packer game.
Green and gold.
Green and gold. Here we go.
The problem, this is so good, but the problem is you get a little bit of garlic prep. In the lab, this vegetable can be put under the microscope to learn more about its nutritious value. Dr. Ann Vrayvik with the Food Science Department explains further.
And understanding that moisture content, we get a better feel for how something plays a role on the tongue. So you get a texture feel with moisture. For example, a moist brownie versus a dry brownie is much more desirable than a dry one. So using these tomatillos, we're going to measure what the moisture level is in them.
We have our helper this morning too.
This is Stephanie. She's one of our students in the food science program.
Okay, so how does this work?
Oh,
you talk.
Yeah, so what she's going to do is she's got her sample in here already with her sample pads. We've tared the weight in there so that there's no moisture in the pads. Go ahead and close it. And she's just going to hit start. And as you can see, first of all, it's just reading the balance for the weight. But what it's going to tell us over time is we're starting weight, and then the moisture content, as you can see, begins to increase. It's essentially a microwave that is drying out the sample, and the moisture that's being released is being sensed and telling us over time how much moisture is going to be there in the very end of the process.
And just about as new as the lab itself, a new curriculum offered. It's an actual food sciences program now in its 2nd year.
For our curriculum, for our students, and for the community.
Dr. Cheryl Bailey, appointed Dean of School of Natural and Health Sciences, says the school's rich history in the teaching of dietetics, more than 80 years to be exact, has provided a perfect foundation of learning. In this new environment, she adds, is the future looking forward.
How do we teach our students the chemistry in the context of idea to product? So making sure that that's always integral to our curriculum. We educate women to transform the world, and this is one of the spaces in which we do that.